What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So right now I'm going to show you the KS8000, the forgotten champion of 2016, going up against the LG OLED. Now, a lot of you out there are going to see in clear evidence what I've been saying, but then there are obviously the small percentage that will post these pathetic comments saying how I've got the worst OLED and I'm clearly a liar, or, something's wrong on my end. What are my settings? So let's just clear the air before this video gets started. My contrast is set to 100%. My OLED light is set to 100%. Eco setting is set off. My motion setting is set to clear, okay? And if it's not, when I don't have it set to clear, I set it to, the de-judder, and I just go in and add soap opera effect, okay? So there's nothing I'm doing special. I turned off all the motion lighting features the same way I would do on LED to optimize and give the best picture quality with the best amount of brightness for the OLED. And that did nothing for the OLED, okay? So enough of this nonsense about, oh, you're clearly trying to crush out the brightness to make it look worse. No, I'm not. I've even went as far as to go warm 3 in the ISF mode to really show my fucking point here that no matter how warm you have it, it's still going to look blue compared to an LED TV. Now that I'm done ranting with that, let's get on with the video, okay? So here in this picture, you can clearly see what I was talking about, but it really holds over true. The problem that you're going to find, and I implore you all, go out, buy yourself an LG OLED of any type, of any kind, okay? Get yourself a high-end LED TV, stack the two side by side like I've done here, and you will see this exact transition between one having this really warm, really lifelike normal view and the other being really blue and really cold. This isn't something I'm manufacturing in Photoshop. I challenge you all, go try this yourself. You'll see it. It's apparent and it's very obvious, right? And like when you're talking about white balance differences on such an extreme level, OLED doesn't have whites, okay? They have blue whites. I mean, that's like baby blue. It's not even like a real form of white. OLED suffers very heavily from this effect where it's overcooling the image, and I don't know why that is. It doesn't matter, again, how warm you get it, and to try to fix this, you would have to destroy and poison the white balance by putting way entirely too much yellow into it, or green as it's referred to, and that's not a solution either, because now you have this misproportionate white balance that just doesn't look good for anybody. Now, the colors aren't terrible. I've been saying this, I've been repeating this on, repeat times repeat, okay? Look, the colors on the OLED look great. I mean, the perfect black does give it the ability to throw out some color, and the detail behind it is amazing. Like I've said, OLED is doing great with the finer details, and you can see it here on the KS8000. The KS8000 definitely does have a lesser shade of color in this particular aspect in certain scenes. It just depends on what you're looking at. And obviously, OLED doesn't lose every single comparison, right? So nobody's saying that, but what I am saying is that for a TV that costs over $2,000 when it launches, for it to really be this expensive when LEDs are getting this close and beating it with the white balance and the brightness and the overall motion clarity, upscaling, these are things that are unforgivable. Even banding on the colors are just so much better on all these other televisions. And pictures like this, when there are really bright objects on the screen like you're seeing here, the ABL is really aggressive. It's not the strongest thing that would show off the OLED's benefit. Like showing a bright scene on an OLED is almost like taboo, which is probably why you don't really see many enthusiasts out there showing you these bright scenes on these OLEDs, because it will make the picture look cool. And especially, you definitely would never see them do this where they're stacking it against a TV that gets 1400 nits. Absolutely not. They don't want to do that. I mean, you would see so much more detail on this LED TV as far as peak brightness, and colors would look more lifelike, and the OLED would look like she's dead. So that's something that they try to stay away from. But I'm here to show you that the illusion of perfect black has been over-exaggerated and used to manipulate the mass public into believing these lies. I mean, hell, it's about as credible as, Chevy giving themselves the J.D. Power Award, even though they're the ones who created the award. Like with CES giving OLED award after award, buying off reporters and just going out and repeating the same thing. But when you take a look at real world images like this, I mean, and the reason for the record why I'm taking pictures and showing you pictures have not only a higher resolution than any television on the market, being, over 24 megapixels and so on and so forth, 36, 44, whatever the case may be, but also it has a higher dynamic range and can capture more information because photos started out with HDR and they have more abilities to show you a lot more accuracy than the video technology that we have today. So that's why I'm showing you this. So you can see this is about what you can really expect in real life. I mean, it's about like 90% accurate. That's what you're going to see. I mean, look at her face. Which one would you want to watch? I think it's a no-brainer. The top one, which is the KS8000, is beating that OLED at the bottom. And this scene right here on this demo, and you know, I keep saying this scene and I keep saying this. Okay, so why don't we do this, okay? This is go on your respective OLED, okay? I don't care who you are out there, and YouTube TCL 4K demo. And then look for the one with the girl holding the parrot in the yellow dress. Click on that demo, fast forward to 50 seconds, and you're gonna see if you pause it at 50 seconds, or even when it's playing on its own, it will dim the hell out of your picture once this peak highlight scene pops on the screen. So again, Vincent from HDTV Test will claim and try to say that there is no ABL whatsoever, but I've proven that and I have a time value for you, okay? 50 seconds on the TCL 4K demo with the girl holding the parrot will expose that lie for what it is. And real world content, ABL is seen and it is very annoying. And when you're comparing it to a TV right now, hell, I've seen it at Best Buy open box for like 500 bucks, okay? Like the KS8000 is knocking the pants off of the OLED in scenes like this with way more color accuracy, warm tones in the white balance that are just really working, and overall a better image quality for less money. And that's what I'm trying to explain to people. The value of OLED only exists so far as you're willing to believe the lie. And I think a lot of the OLED owners out there right now today are so aggressively defending and reviewing positively these products because they're beta males, right? They don't want to man up and say that they messed up and they purchased the wrong product, because then of course that means they've let their families down and they aren't as capable as selecting the better product. And nobody wants to say that about themselves. So they're going to fight tooth and nail. No, I'm the best. This is the best. Even though it's clearly not. And 90% of these guys making these comments are generating troll accounts trying to really defend and justify this bad experience. But I think these images really do speak for themselves when LED TVs have higher color, higher brightness, and that is a part of the conversation that you do need to add. I mean, look, OLED's deep black is giving it more fine details, and that's great, but you've got to bring more than just that perfect black. And I think that's the conversation we've got to be having here. Are you really, really, really willing to pay a markup just simply to say, hey, you know, my TV gets darker than yours? When in scenes like this, anytime there's something bright on your screen, you're getting so much less for the $2,000 you paid. So literally, you're usually paying like $1,500 more than every LED owner out there, okay? Just to say that you have perfect black, but meanwhile, I'm at home looking at an image like this compared to your OLED in real time. You can't manufacture this. This isn't fake, right? This is a real customer, myself, bought the product, stacking them up. I've optimized both televisions, right? And time again, you see the colors are better on the Samsung KS8000 when calibrated correctly, right? Obviously, out of the box settings that you're seeing at Best Buy and whatever electronics store are gonna be better on the OLED because, again, out of the box, they're not optimized. But when you optimize these TVs for your user experience, for your consumption, it becomes very, very clear OLED runs very blue and the white balance, and honestly, it's not really worth the extra cash flow that they're asking for. So this is the conversation we have to ask. When are we gonna make it change, right? I put these videos up to educate you guys and to bring you the apotheosis of information so that you have tools to fight back, because who wants to be helpless, right? If you're voiceless and you keep getting your reviews deleted off of Amazon and demonetized off of YouTube and just delete the video because you feel demotivated, I mean, after a while, a lot of people do eventually give up. And so I want to show you this information and bring you this information, no matter what kind of heat or flack I get for it. I really don't care, quite frankly, because this is information that can help you. See, when I show you scenes like this, it becomes very clear. While the LED does not have as many dark scenes and can't pull out as much detail in the mountains as the OLED can, it's still producing lifelike color. And what do you want? Do you want to look out of a window, or do you want to look at, you know, a piece of glass? And that's really what the difference really is when you stack the two side by side and you're looking time and time again, as I'm showing here, whites look white. Again, I can't stress this enough for you guys. I really hope that in really driving this home is aggressively as I have been, that you're starting to get the idea that, you know, this division between the AV community, this separation has to stop, right? We've got to get on the same page, and we've got to make LG better their technology. If they can't better their technology, that's another story, but, you know, it is what it is. Also, for those people out there that are telling me that, you know, now that I've bought the LG B7, I should have bought the A1E, I should have bought something else. Yeah, of course, now that I bought an OLED, now you're telling me I need to spend another how much? What? $2,000 extra dollars to upgrade to the A1E? So wait, am I to believe that I need to spend $4,000 before OLED is a viable purchase? This is the kind of nonsense that exists in the OLED community. When you don't have OLED, oh, everything's better on the OLED side of things. When you show OLED suffering with their defects, now magically there's a big problem and a big disconnect. So somebody explain that to me. My name's Quantum Apotheosis, bringing you the apotheosis of information. Thanks for showing up and being a part of the community today. I really appreciate your time. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.